dumb as a shit fuck, cringe tour, etc., etc. Dumb as a shit fuck, cringe tour, etc., etc.
I eat extra sharp. That's what I eat.
Get your words straight, Jack.
All of a sudden, we can't talk about Neanderthal DNA anymore.
It is time for us to do what we have been doing, and that time is every day. Every day it is time for us to agree.
Let's go, Brandon, I agree.
Dumb as a shit fuck, cringe tour, etc., etc.
I'll kiss every guy, man and woman. I'll kiss every guy. I'll kiss every guy. I'll kiss every guy. I'll kiss him. I'll kiss him. I'll kiss every guy, man and woman. Guy, man and woman. Man and woman. I'll kiss every guy, man and woman. I'll kiss every guy. I'll kiss every guy. I'll kiss every guy, man and woman. Man and woman. Look at that guy, how handsome he is. Woman, look at that guy, how handsome he is. Look at that guy, how handsome he is. Look at that guy, how handsome he is. I'll kiss him. And then they have cans of soup. And they throw the cans of soup. That's better than a brick because you can't throw a brick, it's too heavy. But a can of soup, you can really put some power into that, right? And then when they get caught, they say, no, this is soup for my family. They're so innocent. This is soup for my family. It's incredible. And you have people coming over with bags of soup, big bags of soup, and they lay it on the ground, and the anarchists take it and they start throwing it at our cops, at our police. And if it hits you, that's worse than a brick because it's got force. It's the perfect size. It's like made perfect. And when they get caught, they say, no, this is just soup for my family. And then the media says, this is just soup. These people are very, very innocent. So today, on behalf of the United States, I want to thank every Olympian and Paralympian. And that was just incredible. And what happened with the Paralympics was so incredible and so inspiring to me. And I watched. It's a little tough to watch too much, but I watched as much as I could.
I hate the white man. He's of the devil. He was made in a cave in the worst parts of Europe, produced from the lowest forms of humanity.
They had a very bad original concept. It was carried out poorly, and the cover-up was one of the worst in the history of cover-ups. Very simple. Bad deal, should have never been thought of. Somebody really messed up, and they had the worst cover-up ever. And where it should have stopped is at the deal standpoint when they thought about it, because whoever thought of that idea, I think is in big trouble.
Here I am, Nancy Pelosi, saying this country needs a strong Republican Party, and we do.
Who are you worried about? I'll tell you who I'm worried about. I'm worried about the fact that our workers are seeing a decline in their standard of living. They want to see our industry be rebuilt. That's what they want to see. No more B-2 bombers. No more Star Wars. Let's make the quality products we need. Let's invest in American industry. No, I won't yield.
It is time for us to do what we have been doing, and that time is every day. Every day it is time for us to agree. Do not come. Do not come.
They're coming all over the place. They weren't coming because they couldn't get in. Once they think they can get in, they're coming.
Do not come. Do not come.
Everybody comes in, your grandmother, your... I went in yesterday and there was a television screen, and I said, this is genius. I'll kiss every guy, man and woman, man and woman. Look at that guy, how handsome he is. I'll kiss him.
Hello, users, and welcome to another episodic installation of the Goddamn Show, starring the Goddamn, that's me in this instance. Hello, users! We're at that weird angle where, like, the webcam is all fucked up because I didn't set it up properly, and we're just gonna stay with this angle until I decide against it. But I would like to make one quick announcement before we start the show, and that is that today is day one of the weekend. That's right, folks. Yeah! I'll make the rules. But anyway, so it is the weekend. It is the day that it's the end of the week. It's the weekend. Today. And so... so Max the dog is currently not here. I am separated by approximately 1 mile from Max the dog, who is at the vet undergoing some treatments for his heartworm issue, and so, hoping for the best. I think everything is going to be fine, though. So, but it's very, very weird not having Max the dog walk around, so I'm anxious. I got myself a LaCroix. This is the Pina Fraise flavor of LaCroix. Pina Fraise flavor of LaCroix, and so I'm going to be popping that open. So let's fix this fucking. So we got a show today. I got it lined up. I got myself a fucking Frappellini, some sort of frappalapaloopadoo. And so there you go. Get the pitchforks. When we got Max the dog, he already had heartworm. He was a rescue pup from a very abusive household, to my understanding. So, nothing I could do on that other than fix the problems. But got a show going on today. So, gonna be doing that show. I'm gonna be doing the show for today because I've got a whole show lined up. Dogs behave better when a stranger is taking them for a walk until they get to know them. Max the dog is, you'll be surprised. Max the dog is very afraid of people that aren't me. Like, it takes a lot for Max the dog to be comfortable. I got like a weird hair thing going on here. All right, so let's get into the news. Let's start today with some very important news. 2 people rescued after falling in a tank full of chocolate in Pennsylvania. So this is some very interesting stuff here. This is a news story. Very interesting stuff. 2 people were rescued after falling into a tank full of chocolate at the Mars M&M factory in Pennsylvania. Thursday, officials said. Both patients were transported to the hospital. Assistant Supervisor Nick Schoenberger of Lancaster County 911 Dispatch told CNN. Our patient was transported by ground, and one patient was transported by helicopter. So why weren't they like, that's weird, right? Like, why not have both of them in the helicopter? Like, one is more urgent than the other? I don't know. But anyway, the extent of the injuries is unknown. 5 crews have eliminated pulling them straight out of a tank. Brad Wolf, communications supervisor for Lancaster County 911 Dispatch, told CNN earlier on Thursday. And look at this like weird hair thing going on. How does that happen? How does this happen? Like, where does, like, did anyone see that? Like, the hair thing just fell into my face? It's bizarre. They have to cut a hole in the side of the tank to get them out. That's insane. Wolf said that it's unclear that people fell in the chocolate tank. No injuries have been reported at this time. So there's no injuries, and yet the motherfucker was airlifted to a hospital? Like, if there's no injuries, then what the fuck? A Mars Wrigley spokesperson told CNN, "We are actively managing the situation, and our primary focus is on supporting emergency teams on site." I think their primary focus should be to fix this, like, hair thing going on. Like, look at this, like, weird... Like, how do I fix that? I don't know. But anyway, so shout out to them for falling into the chocolate, taking a dip, so to speak. Pretty cool. But also, again, airlifted to the hospital and no injuries. I mean, like, that's interesting. Like, I don't know, man. Like, I'm just asking questions here. So, and if they did need it, then that's fine. But that is strange. Like, does anyone not think that's strange? Like, did they just want to bill him for the airlift? You know? It's like, oh, well, no injuries? Let's just take the most expensive ride possible. Just, you know. It's crazy shit. Anyway, some news here. A lot of people are talking about the January 6th hearing thing that happened last night. I didn't watch it, to be honest with you. So I'm not going to be covering it today. But you know, I think I've covered January 6th pretty decently, so I don't know if there's anything else to add. Other than, I was seeing a bunch of liberals on Twitter.com. A bunch of liberals were like, I might disagree with Liz Cheney on many things, but her leadership, you know, so I don't... My opinion, like, any possibility of any accountability for Republicans is thrown out the window when Liz Cheney is spearheading the program. Liz Cheney and her father are responsible for performing a successful coup in the year 2000. So, I don't know what to tell you, right? Like, Liz Cheney gets bonus points for pulling the coup off. Donald Trump gets shit canned for failing. That's not okay with me. So anyone trying to rehabilitate a Republican dictator who actually did perform an overthrow of the government, in my opinion, they need to be... They need to get their heads examined just as much as Donald Trump supporters. So I just wanted to make that comment. But I will look into the new... Because they always save new things. It's like fucking... Like Bob Woodward's book, you know? Like, oh yeah, we have Trump on tape basically saying COVID's a big deal and covering it up. But we're going to save it for 8 months later. Anyway, so... Just throwing that out there. That being said, Donald Trump lost the 2020 election. Donald Trump is a loser. Joe Biden won the 2020 election, and that's why he is currently president. Donald Trump is a loser. He lost. So, but anyway, just throwing that out there. Fuck Liz Cheney and fuck Republicans. Got myself a Frappellini cappuccini. A frickin' frap, you know? Anyway, today's show is brought to you by the absence of Max the dog. This is the only show that will ever possibly exist. Unless, you know, he's got to go in at some other point for follow-ups and all that. But, you know, he's not here right now. So you're not going to be hearing those comfortable paw sounds on the wood floor in the background. I don't know if those are ever audible. But you're not going to be hearing them until tomorrow. So he will be back tomorrow. So don't worry about that. But anyway, as you can see, I'm all dressed up for the vet. I had to put pants on, and normally I don't wear pants. So this is, you know, I'm not, you know. Anyway, I've got clothes on as well. So that's, you know, it's the thing going on. Okay, so let's do a show. Let's do a show. GRPD officer Christopher Schur charged with second-degree murder in shooting death of Patrick Loyola. This like weird shooting death. What is this language? This is obviously from Fox 17. But, and GR is Grand Rapids, Michigan. But, like, what is a shooting death? Like, he shot and killed the motherfucker. It's not like, you know, like, okay, he shot Patrick Loyola, and then, completely unrelated, he happened to die. Like, you know, the language that they always, even if he's being charged with murder, even if he's on camera murdering someone, they're always going to use this, like, super vague fucking language. And it's insane. Grand Rapids police officer who shot and killed Patrick Loyola following a traffic stop and struggle. Like, that is, like they just use words, struggle. Like, what does struggle mean? I don't know. On April 4, will be charged with 1 count of second-degree murder, the Kent County prosecutor announced Thursday afternoon. Kent County prosecutor Chris Becker says his office is charging Officer Christopher Schur with second-degree murder for the shooting death of Loyola. Once again, it needs to be understood that 98.3% of the time, police officers do not get charged. So that means approximately, 1.7% of the time, police officers get charged. And then within that small amount of officers that do get charged, right? I don't know what the exact number is, but I believe it's even a smaller, insignificant fraction of police that do get charged that actually end up being convicted. So, you know, this is a story that people in the area definitely need to keep following because they're going to try their best to get him off of this, for sure. Prosecutor Becker made the announcement at a press conference at the Michigan State Police Grand Rapids headquarters Thursday afternoon. According to Becker, Schur has already turned himself in. Records show Schur turned himself in to the Calhoun County Correctional Center. Just before 2 p.m., he will be arraigned on Friday. The Calhoun County Sheriff's Office said Thursday evening, Schur is in the Calhoun County Jail at the request of the Kent County Sheriff. In the statement, the Sheriff's Office said this is common in situations where someone previously worked for the jurisdiction where they are charged. Those are neighboring counties, it's just whatever. The elements of second-degree murder are relatively simple. First, there was a death. A death done by the defendant. And then, when the killing occurred, the defendant had one of these three states of mind: an intent to kill, an intent to do great bodily harm, or the intent to do an act that the natural tendency of that act would be to cause death or great bodily harm. So if you intend to shoot someone, chances are they're going to die. The goal of guns, the goal of using guns, is to kill people. That's it. That's the only use that weapons have in our society, is to kill people. If someone shoots a gun, it doesn't matter what the situation is. And self-defense is a whole different story. But again, Patrick Laloya was running away and was shot in the back of the head. So if someone shoots a gun, when pulling that trigger, that is, it's possible that someone could survive getting shot. That is correct. But the overwhelmingly more likely situation to occur when someone gets shot is that they die. So when you pull that trigger, that is intent to kill. And if they don't end up dying, that doesn't change the fact that you intended to kill them. And again, if someone is running away from you, self-defense isn't really a thing. And finally, that death was not justified or excused, for example, by self-defense. Taking a look at everything that I reviewed in this case, I believe there's sufficient basis to proceed on a single account of second-degree murder, Becker said. Second-degree murder is a felony charge. Schur faces life in prison with the possibility of parole. Becker says he plans to prosecute the case and will not recuse himself. Following the announcement, attorneys Ven Johnson and Ben Crump held a press conference with Patrick's family. The Kent County prosecutor has certainly never charged another officer, even though there have been a number of shootings with this crime before. How clear he believes the evidence to be. Said Johnson. Johnson said he will get full cooperation from the Laloya family and their attorneys. Crump released a statement following Becker's announcement. And there you go. So, good news. But again, the state is always going to do everything that they can to try to get their people off. And so, people in the area need to make sure that they don't just leave this one alone. Not to say that they are. From what I understand about the Grand Rapids people is that they're very intent on following this case. But, just gotta keep waiting, I guess. Again, it took about, I think, 11 months for Derek Chauvin to be convicted, if I remember correctly. So this is usually a long process. And it doesn't... The thing that we need to understand is even if this character, Christopher Schur, does get convicted, and let's assume that they are sentenced to life in jail, that's not going to fix policing in this country. And that's not going to stop it from happening again. So, we saw a situation, I just covered this the other day, where the situation with Andrew Brown Jr. in Elizabeth City, he was shot in the back of the head as he was running away. And those officers are going to walk away scot-free. So it really does depend on when, where, and how. Like, all the details can be the same, but it doesn't change the fact that police are killing people. They kill approximately 3 people per day in this country. Police kill, on average, over the course of the last couple of years, 3 human beings are murdered at the hands of police every day in this country. That won't change unless people on a grand scale get up and do something about it. But it's always important to try to follow up on these cases of things happening that are not necessarily bad. But again, it needs to be understood that stuff like that shouldn't pacify you. A lot of people did see Derek Chauvin getting convicted, and they're like we're talking about liberals, like Democrats, those kind of people are like, oh, the system is working or whatever. Like that stuff that, don't get pacified by a victory that happens with 1 or 2 cases out of the 1,000 plus cases every year. But anyway, there you go. Got some LaCroix here. I believe, there were 2 right-wingers in the Elizabeth City mayoral race. Ended up splitting the vote. That's my understanding of the situation. My headset cord is like wrapped around. Okay. Daily Stormer, I can't even. Can't even. Yeah, my cable management. Y'all don't know what my cable management looks like, and I plan on keeping it that way. Because my cable management in this situation that I'm in right now, it's F tier. It's really bad. Like, it's just really bad right now. I plan on fixing it at some point, but right now, my cable management skills, F tier. Like, I would fail. I should honestly be jailed for this cable management. So, I don't want to talk about it. But, yikes. All right. So we got a show lined up. Folks, took a little break this week from discussing the summer of murder, mass shootings all over the country almost every day. And we've got another mass shooting that took place in Maryland yesterday. 3 people dead. I'm not sure how many injured as well. But let's read. 3 people were killed in a workplace shooting at Maryland plant. The suspect and a trooper were wounded in an ensuing shootout. 23-year-old man shot 4 co-workers, 3 fatally, at a manufacturing plant in western Maryland Thursday before fleeing the scene and exchanging gunfire with state police. A trooper and the suspect were wounded and hospitalized, according to Lieutenant Colonel Bill Dolfmeyer of the Maryland State Police. So, I just want to note, like in the title, in the headline, they mentioned that a trooper gets shot, but like the other co-worker who got shot and survived, why aren't they in the headline? That's way more important than a stupid fucking pig fuck getting shot. Like, I'm just being honest. 3 people were killed in the workplace shooting and 1 was injured? Is that really that hard to add to the headline? Anyway, these are rookie numbers compared to last weekend, let's be real. Investigators have not yet established a motive for the workplace shooting, which occurred at about 2:30 p.m. Washington County. Sheriff Douglas W. Dorr told reporters at a briefing. The Washington County State Attorney's Office is working to determine charges for the suspect, who is not being named at this time, according to a news release from MSP. To determine charges? I mean, I don't know. How about murder? Like, is it really that hard? The fatal incident is the 254th mass shooting this year, as the country is on pace to match or surpass last year's total, according to the Gun Violence Archive. So, 254. That is averaging more than 1 per day. Like that's insane. And how many of these go unreported? I don't know. I can guarantee you I haven't covered 254 mass shootings on my news show this year. Right? Mass shootings are boring. Now, in this country? Oh, it was a mass shooting? Was it in a 10-mile radius? Nah, who cares? It comes as the U.S. House of Representatives has passed several bills aimed at gun reform, but those measures have little chance of passing the Senate. Gee, I wonder why. I love how media will always cherish the opportunity to say, oh, a little chances of passing the Senate. But why doesn't mainstream media ever tell us why it has a little chance of passing the Senate? Are Republicans insane, maybe? Is Joe Manchin insane, perhaps? Is it... Why? Does anyone know? Like, people just read that, and then they don't have any answers. Oh, little chance of passing the Senate. I wonder why. Maybe because there's an entire fucking party that's dead set on making sure as many people die every day as possible? The victims and suspect were employees of Columbia Machine, Mullendorf said. The company makes concrete products equipment according to their website. The wounded state trooper, who was a 25-year veteran of the agency, was treated for his injuries and released to an update from MSP. The suspect was also wounded after at least one of the troopers who responded to the scene returned fire and struck him. He was still being treated Thursday evening, police said. All right. The sheriff identified the victims who were killed as Mark Allen Frey, 50, Charles Edward Minnick Jr., 31, and Joshua Robert Wallace, 30. The other victim was Brandon Chase Michael, 42. Police earlier said he was critically injured, so it seems like he might not make it out on that one. Smithsburg is about 75 miles west of Baltimore. It is about 100 miles from the border with West Virginia, where the suspect lives, according to the sheriff. The Washington County Sheriff's Office is leading, blah, blah, blah. I don't know, man. I have really nothing else to add that I haven't said in previous segments, but I mean, this country is off the rails, and no one in any position of power is willing to do anything about it at all. Cops aren't going to do anything about it. Politicians aren't going to do anything about it. Americans aren't going to do anything about it. American voters aren't going to do anything about it. No one's going to do anything. We're just going to sit back and watch everyone kill each other and just hope and pray that one of our friends or family members isn't going to be one of these victims one day. That's pretty much it. Thoughts and prayers? I mean, fuck, that's all we got. Because no one's going to do anything. There's not going to be mass mobilizations and, voter. Like 100 million people didn't vote in the 2020 election. You think that they're going to just wake up and start voting for politicians that are going to fix this country? Nah. They don't care. Americans don't give a fuck. They like this. They like it. They cherish it. The average American sees this and goes, yeah. They get a little hard. Another mass shooting, goddamn. Americans are fucking selfish lunatics. As a whole, this population is garbage. But let's also be honest. Who is there to vote for? Is there anyone running that has any solution to this? Is there even any possible solution to these problems? A lot of people say ban assault weapons. How do you do that? Go into every home of someone that's ever bought an AR-15 and take it from them? I mean, personally, it's an option, but how is that going to go? You think any politician has the balls to advocate for mandatory walking into your home and confiscating weapons? And then that also goes, how do we know who has these weapons? With all these loopholes and people buying things off the books, how do we even know where these weapons are located? So, I don't know, man. My opinion, there's a lot of solutions that get floated. Right? But I don't know how any of these solutions would possibly actually function in effect. And I also don't know what solutions are even possible given the situation we're in. But I would say the most basic solution would be, if you want to buy a gun, you shouldn't be allowed to do it on a fucking credit card. Like in the situation with the Uvalde shooter, you shouldn't be allowed to do it on a fucking goddamn credit card. I think that that's an easy fix. But also, have some mandatory fucking waiting periods. I don't know, man. If you're a law-abiding citizen, you can wait 6 months to a year before you get your fucking gun. That's just my opinion. If you're you need your gun in a year, in less than a year? For what? Fucking for what? What do you need your gun for ASAP? You just had the idea, I just wanted to buy a gun and use it ASAP. No, motherfucker, that shit's stupid. But again, none of these things that people talk about that are even remotely feasible, they're not gonna happen. No one in power cares. No one fucking cares. So anyway, another mass shooting. Apparently, 254 in the year. Can we break 2 per day? Can we hit our record? What is our record? Can we have 500 mass shootings this year? 600? Can we get 1,000 mass shootings this year? Come on, these are rookie numbers. If we're gonna fucking be a fucking country of psychos, let's just at least, make it as entertaining as possible. Goddamn Frappellini Alfredo. Holy fuck. Holy cocksucker. Got like a fucking pulsing in my heart. Ba-dum. 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 Does anyone else hear that? Ba-dum. Ba-dum. Holy shit. Alright, in some lighter news, Senator Rand Paul went on... Where is this? Is this what is this, Newsmax? Senator Rand Paul went on Newsmax and was crying. He was in a storm of tears. Let's watch.
Frankly, look, on Twitter...
Hold up. Let me raise the volume because, all these people don't know how to clip things.
Every day, thousands of people think that it's just hilarious, and they encourage people to attack me. I had 6 ribs broken by a guy who hated Donald Trump, hated my politics. I had 6 ribs broken, had part of my lung removed, and every day on social media, there are still people out there saying, oh yeah, we wish it would happen again, and Twitter allows that to go up. But do you think they'd allow that if this was somebody on the left or a Democrat who had been...
So first of all, let me play this part again. The way these psychopathic motherfucking fascist freak shows launder themselves is great. Okay, listen to this.
Look, on Twitter, every day, thousands of people think that it's just hilarious, and they encourage people to attack me. I had 6 ribs broken by a guy who hated Donald Trump, hated my politics.
Hated my politics. Isn't that an incredible way to just describe Rand Paul? Oh, it's just he hates my politics. As if it's like his hair color or his skin color or something. Oh yeah, he just hates my politics. Well, what are Rand Paul's politics? He blocked anti-lynching legislation very recently. He refers to giving poor people access to health care as equivalent to slavery. 40,000 people, this is before COVID, by the way. 40,000 people a year estimated before the pandemic died every year just because they didn't have health insurance. And they couldn't go for routine checkups And by the time that they did go to the hospital, they had like stage 3 or 4 cancer and died because it was too late. So, I don't know, man. But like, we live in a society where it's like, oh yeah, these are just my politics. These are my, oh yeah, no, they're my politics. As if it's like, I don't know, like literally anything else that would be silly. Oh, you know, someone beat me because I like a sports team that you don't. You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck, man? Like, the way these motherfuckers launder their just fucking outright disgusting dislike for poor people, people of color, anyone that's not them, fuck them. And I will say, how many ribs are in the human body? I don't know. Let me look this up. What is there, like 10 or some shit? 12? I don't know. How many ribs? Like 6 ribs, man. 24. Oh shit, we have a lot of fucking ribs. Holy shit. Only 6? Again, these are rookie numbers. These are rookie numbers. Only 6? Come on. But anyway, like, obviously I'm joking. I don't recommend beating the shit out of a politician. I don't. Because it's not going to do anything. It's not going to do anything. You won't accomplish anything. Like, you beat the shit out of Rand Paul, great. Now look what he's doing. He's still going on television. He's still whining. He's still fucking doing his stupid fascist agenda where he wants to kill anyone he disagrees with. But think about this, though. Think about this. Like, how insane is it that these politicians, oh, someone beat me up, and that's like something they never shut the fuck up about? But when cops kill someone, an unarmed person who's begging for help, begging for their mother, when cops kill someone, oh, it's their fault, they're a piece of shit, and I'm going to protect the cops at all costs. When there's mass shootings, I'm going to protect the mass shooters, they're my friends. When it comes to health insurance companies murdering 40,000 people a year, who cares? Like, it's just insane how state violence is just, it's not the same as a politician getting 6 ribs broken. My mom's dead because she did not have health insurance, and she had cancer and just didn't know about it. But boo-hoo, Rand Paul's got fucking 6 broken ribs one time that healed. Go fuck yourself, man. Go fuck yourself. I hate these motherfuckers. I really do. I really fucking do. Because, like, all the death and the suffering of poor people is just externalized into some fantastical thinking. But, like, God forbid a politician faces any consequences for their actions. God fucking forbid. I don't know, man. When we think about mass shooters in this country, like, think about it. The Uvalde guy only killed 19 kids and 2 adults, and then 1 via, external means. Those are rookie numbers compared to the amount of deaths on Rand Paul's fucking hands. Those are fucking, that's child's play when you compare that to the Republican fucking death cult that we've got in this fucking country. We got 1 million motherfuckers dead from COVID. And that's, you know what? That's at the hands of the Democratic Party as well. But again, hundreds and hundreds of I mean, look at the genocide that this country has committed of multiple different kinds of people over the course of its, existence. I don't know, man. If we want to talk about mass shooting, I don't know, the U.S. military, there's a lot of mass shootings that go on at the hands of George W. Bush and Dick fucking Cheney. They committed a shitload of mass shootings. It's just that they didn't pull the fucking trigger. Yeah, sure, they told someone else to pull the trigger. If I buy someone a gun and then tell them to go into a village and massacre 1 million innocent civilians, would I be held responsible? Probably. But if you're the president, fuck it, baby. Whatever. 1 million innocent dead Iraqis? Fuck them. 19 dead kids in America, though. Oh. I don't know, man. I just hate these whiny fucking fuckface bitches. I really do. If only, like, if Rand Paul knew the actual suffering of the everyday person in this country and people that have to deal with American foreign policy, if this guy even for one day had to live with the fucking suffering that we do, my God, this guy would spontaneously combust. He's such a whiny, self-entitled fucking prick. And I don't like him. So anyway, that's Rand Paul whining on national television. Is Newsmax national television? I don't even know, but it's television. It's television, baby. Mm-hmm. Look at this fucking hair. I gotta fucking brush my hair. Look at this shit. What if I just did a whole show like this? Hello, users! Yeah, I'm just gonna do a whole show. Looking like the fucking bitch from The Ring. What's up, everybody? Y'all motherfuckers wish I would crawl out of your television. Fucking freaks. Wait, hold up. How's that? Huh? Huh? Anyone? Yeah! Anyone? No? All right. Anyone? All right. It's hard to breathe with my hair in my fucking face. Holy shit. Anyway, so we got a show going on. Today is the day for the show. Actually, every day is the day for the show because I do a show every day. Oh, fuck. Today's show will be a little bit shorter than the average program. Just because. Honestly, because I said so. Fuck. My goddamn dog's in the fucking hospital, so I'm gonna take it easy today. So, if I want to do a short show, you know what? Goddamn it, motherfucker, fuck you. All right, check this out. Check this out. Maxie! I'm gonna fucking cry. He's not here. Oh, Lord have mercy. Drinking some LaCroix. Pinier. Fraicie. LaCroix flavor. Goddamn LaCroix. I finished my fucking frap. Look at this. That's right. If anyone wants to give me money That's an option. It's optional. Just an option, you know, if you want. Did I do your nails or go get them done? Well, first of all, there's a pandemic. So if I'm leaving the house, I'm certainly not going to be sitting in a nail salon. I'll tell you that much. I will tell you that much. But no, of course I do them myself. That's why they look so shitty. Because I did them myself. Look at this. Look at that. It's crackling. Oh. Oh, look at that. Oh. You can't even see it. Yikes. Look at my pinky. My pinky's non-existent. Look at that. It's all fucked up. It's all fucked up. Look at this shit. Look at this. How is that even possible? What a disaster. Damn. I gotta say, this is one hell of a fucking... You can't see that on camera? That's true. Unless I do this, and then you can see it on camera. Crackled is a look. Yeah, that's right. I crackled them on purpose. Yeah, that's right. I'm sorry to hear that, Environmental Coffee House. I gotta do my toes. I haven't done my toes in fucking forever. But, yes, I'm not gonna pay someone to do something I can do. Like, I don't just, like, what's the point? Like, how much does a nail salon cost? I've never been in one, and I plan on keeping it that way. I also haven't gone to a hair salon. I haven't gotten any sort of professional haircut at all. I've been combined total of 0. I've never cut my hair since May 30th, 2015. So, just throwing that out there. It's been 7 years since since I had a haircut or a trim or a style. I've never done any of that ever. So, how much does that shit fucking cost? Nails and toes cost you $88 fucking dollars? Is that a joke? Is that a joke? Like, why would anyone pay $88? Like, no offense. No offense, but I'm just like what? Like, I'm sorry, what the fuck? Like, a nail polish costs like fucking $6. Cheaper if you get them in the bargain bin. Get yourself a base and top coat, that's like another $12, and you're good. And that's like, and that lasts, like, I mean, I've never finished it. I've thrown out nail polish before I finish it just because it gets all shitty after like a couple years, right? Like, so, I mean, Jesus Christ. I need to make, I can't bend because I feel it. I feel it. That's all good, EC. I feel it. Yeah, I don't like doing my nails because it is awkward. Like, I would do it like this, you know? Like, woo, and then it's like, I don't know, I'm sore. Alright, anyway. Let's do a movie review. I watched a movie yesterday. Watched a film. You know, films. You ever watch a film? Has anyone here ever watched any film ever? Jesus Christ. Will I ever wear a dress or a skirt? I don't know, maybe. It's possible. Alright, so yesterday I watched a film. I watched 300. Never seen it before. And this is like a really low res poster here. I don't, you know, but that's the one I downloaded. Watched 300. And good movie. I'm not gonna lie. Like, let me tell a story. So yesterday, I went to a thrift store. I went to multiple thrift stores actually. And one of the thrift stores had a bargain bin for DVDs and Blu-rays. And they were all like $1 each. So I'm thinking, fuck it. I'll grab everything that's even remotely interesting. I got a couple of other things that are going to be pretty good. So anyway, so I got the Blu-ray at a thrift store. And I was like, fuck it. Let's go. Let's go. This movie looks fun. People have recommended it to me. So I got the movie at the fucking thrift store. Look at this Blu-ray. Look at this. It's a Blu-ray. I got the Great Muppet Caper in here right now, but don't worry about that. So anyway, so I got the 300 Blu-ray. What are the special features? Additional scenes. Oh, fuck. I gotta watch the special features. Huh. Alright, anyway. Got commentary by director Zack Snyder. Gonna watch the fucking commentary track, huh? Anyway. So I got the, figure at the thrift store. Cheap-ass Blu-rays, whatever. I like having physical movies. I hate streaming services. It's just that that's the world we live in. Anyway, I should probably talk about the movie. This is a movie review. So, 300, I'm not gonna lie, I was so into this movie. I was like pretty much the whole movie. It was every scene was just really good. I'm aware that this is like based on like some like comic or graphic novel or some shit, right? So it was like that very like artistic, artsy kind of shit going on. And my Blu-ray player is a free app on my PC. So, do I have a Blu-ray player? I don't know, but it's a free application that I downloaded, and I have a disk drive, so that's pretty much it. But anyway, so I love this movie. It was great. First of all, like, we got to talk about like the main selling point of this film, and that's like, goddamn, hordes of hot ass dudes running around with their clothes off. I mean, I'm just saying what we're all thinking. I'm saying what we're all thinking. We're all thinking that. I mean, look at this poster that's on the screen. I mean, I'm just saying, wow, I was very entertained. We have some fully visible and naked BBB, and I'm not talking about Build Back Better, motherfucker. I'm talking about beautiful boy butts all over the place. Goddamn. Anyway, great movie on that one. So I loved the fighting, and the choreography of the fighting was super cool with the spears and then yo, that shit was great. When it was in slow motion, right? And then those motherfuckers were like using their shields and their spears, just like fucking everyone up. It was great. It was great. I love the dialogue was so cheesy, but like really fit in. Like, of course you got the "This is Sparta" line, and then like just all like the super cheesy, like, we're doing it for the, it was good. This is a good ass movie. I could probably watch this movie again and be as entertained, if not more entertained. Right, this is just a really entertaining movie. Like, every angle of it. The dialogue, entertaining. The eye candy, I mean, goddamn. Right, like, the fucking violence, wow. The visual, artistic quality, wow. And then this movie has monsters in it, too. I was not expecting there to be monsters. I don't know if this is really a historically accurate film, but I don't care. But, like, there were, like, some big, like, orcs and shit, and, like, fucking, like, Resident Evil, like the fucking, what was that guy, like, fucking Nemesis from Resident Evil 3 was in this movie, which I didn't expect. I was not expecting a Resident Evil 300 crossover, but these motherfuckers are fighting off the Persians, and then all of a sudden, the I hear like some guy saying stars in the background, and then there's like a fucking goddamn giant fucking monster from Resident Evil. That's crazy. That's crazy. Anyway, this movie was great. I love that they made the villain. The villain was like some weird like femboy guy who had like face rings. Has anyone ever seen a face ring before? Like, I've never seen that before. But maybe I'm culturally uninformed or uneducated. But this motherfucker, I'm not talking about like a nose ring or like, but he had like literal like face rings, like rings on his face, like on his cheeks. And I was just like, every time I was like, oh God, that looks painful. Like, I'm just imagining someone going like, whoop, right? Like, whoop, like, oh, on your face. Crazy shit. That was crazy. I love the end of the movie where the king throws the spear and it cuts his face and the blood splatters, right? Because earlier in the movie, he's like, you know, I'm going to show that gods can bleed and that you're not a god. You're just a human who's got like an inflated ego. And, you know, so I love how the main characters all die. Like, that's super cool. But they go out showing everyone in the Persian army that their leader's a liar. You know? But, I mean, this movie was good. It's a good fucking movie. I was into it. I'm like, this is a movie. I'm glad I got it on Blu-ray because I would definitely like to watch this again. The worst part of the movie was the torturing of animals. They were throwing elephants off of a cliff. That's unfortunate. I don't, you know. I understand the elephants were enslaved by the Persians. I get that. But that made me sad. Like, the elephants fell off the cliff and were like, woo! And then died. That was hard to watch. I'm not gonna lie. That was hard to watch. But damn, also, when that motherfucker's head got cut off, oh! Yo, when that motherfucker's head got cut off, like, there's like the father and son team on the 300 Spartans, right? And then, like, the father was, like, looking at their son killing a bunch of bad guys, and the son looks back at the father and is like, look at me, Dad, I'm super cool! And then some motherfucker, like, throws an axe, and then motherfucker's head gets cut off. And then I'm thinking to myself, like, so, like, okay, so his head gets cut off. That's insane. But then there's, like, that extended shot of, like, just, like, it zooms in on his, like, well-chiseled form, but there's no head. And I'm thinking to myself, like, is it okay if I'm slightly aroused right now? I mean, like, I'm just saying, like, I don't know, headless, yes, right? But if you just put your attention downward, so I'm throwing that. Anyway, so then the dad, like, freaks out and, like, goes in rage mode and kills a bunch of... It was just super fun. It was a fun movie. I enjoyed this movie. It was super cool. It was super cool. I mean, this is a cool movie. I don't know. I'm aware that there's another movie in the 300 franchise. I haven't seen it. I'll watch it eventually. But goddamn! Good movie. I enjoyed it. And then you have, like, the politics angle. Like, back in Sparta. Because the Spartan government was like, fuck that king, by the way. He's a prick. And they just basically left him to go die? Because they're pricks. Right? And then the motherfucker, one of the councilmen who's, like, been paid off by, like, the face ring guy, like, rapes the queen or whatever. That was hard to watch. That was hard to watch. That was crazy. Like, you're gonna rape the queen like that? That's not okay. If I were to make any cuts, I would cut out the raping the queen segment. I mean, you know, as far as film goes, you know, it makes the story better. But it was hard to watch. Anyway. But I love when the queen fucking just took someone's spear and then just like stabbed him at the end. Oh, that was good, man. Fuck that guy. Fuck him up. That was great. I mean, like, that's the ultimate revenge fantasy is to murder your rapist, you know? I mean, you know, the ultimate fantasy is to not be raped in the first place. But, you know, if you have been raped, You know? It would be great to just murder the rapist. So that was cool. Not the rape, but the murdering the rapist part. But you can't murder the rapist without the rape. So I guess the rape was cool as well because it. Yeah, anyway, good movie. I mean, it was, it was fun. It was fun to watch. Not the rape part. That was not fun to watch. But every other part of the movie was very fun to watch. Yeah, I enjoyed it. I mean, I don't know. Like, I'm just kind of repeating myself now. But, pretty good. Pretty good. Yeah, when they made the wall of dead bodies, and then, like, the motherfuckers were like, whoa, there's a wall of dead bodies. And then the Spartans, like, pushed the wall of dead bodies onto the guys and then ran over the wall. And then just started fucking those motherfuckers up. Oh, that was so cool, man. Like, first of all, building a wall of dead guys, that's cool. That's cool as fuck. Kicking the wall over and killing guys with the wall of dead guys, just crushing them. Damn. Like, that was just cool stuff. Anyway, good movie. I recommend it. Check it out. Again, thrift store bargain bin. $1. You can't beat it. You can't beat it. $300 for $1. And I get to watch it as many times as I want. Damn, folks. That's all I can say. Anyway, good movie. God damn. Every Xmas Eve? Okay. I don't know if this is an Xmas Eve kind of movie, but it's a movie I'll definitely watch again. For sure. Goddamn $300. I gotta go back to that fucking thrift store, man. I got some other bangers too. Like, I don't want to spoil it. I like doing movie reviews where no one knows what movie I'm going to talk about because that does add an element of surprise. Though maybe at some point I'll announce like one movie a week that I'm planning on watching or whatever, and then give everyone else an opportunity to jump in. I might do that. But I picked up some other bangers at that thrift store as well that were on the cheap. So, just throwing that out there. Goddamn. Goddamn. Anyway, that's pretty much the show. So, I'm going to stop the show around right now. So, not right now, but approximately in relation to right now. That is to say, in like 5 minutes. And I'd like to say thank you everyone for watching. I do appreciate it. Yeah, so I am going to go cry in the corner because my doggy is at the vet. And, normally my routine when I stop the show is I get up and take my dog outside and just play with the dog and like pet the dog. And his name is Max the dog. And can't do that because he's not here. So I'm going to stop the stream and then go cry in the corner. So anyway, everything will probably be fine. I mean, unless like he secretly dies like from, I don't know. That's what all I was thinking about this morning is like, what if the procedure goes wrong? What if he wakes up during the procedure? What if he woofs too much? Like, what if they... Anyway, everything is probably fine. There's a 99% chance Max will be okay. I will post photos of Max the dog on twitter.com when I see him again. And so stay tuned for that. And there you go. That's the show. Thank you all. Have a good one. I will see y'all tomorrow. I will be doing another Doom stream. I will be finishing off Memento Mori tomorrow. Probably at 2, I think. So tomorrow at 2, I'll be finishing the Doom mod that I started on Wednesday. Again, I'm doing 2 Doom streams a week now, but this week, because of the Mac stuff, I am doing it on Saturday. I probably will do Wednesday and Thursday going forward, unless other things pop up. But anyway, that's it. There we go. Goodbye. That's it. That's all we got. There's nothing more.
They had a very bad original concept. It was carried out poorly, and the cover-up was one of the worst in the history of cover-ups. Very simple. Bad deal, should have never been thought of. Somebody really messed up, and they had the worst cover-up ever. And where it should have stopped is at the deal standpoint when they thought about it, because whoever thought of that idea, I think is in big trouble.
It is time for us to do what we have been doing, and that time is every day. Every day it is time for us to agree.
But the real problem is that our leaders are dumb. Dumb. So dumb. I'll kiss every guy, man and woman. Kiss every guy. I'll kiss every guy. I'll kiss every guy. I'll kiss every guy, man and woman. Man and woman. Look at that guy, how handsome he is. Look at that guy, how handsome he is. I'll kiss him.
I don't know who created Pokemon Go, but I'm trying to figure out how we get them to have Pokemon go to the polls.
But you have to go home now. We have to have peace. We have to have law and order. We have to respect our great people in law and order. We don't want anybody hurt. It's a very tough period of time. There's never been a time like this where such a thing happened,